Welcome to the show, guys. One-on-one with, and we have a very special guest in the building today. My name is Shea Banks. They call me the Vibe King. And this guy we have on the show, came on the scene a couple years ago. He came on the scene with Akube. I'm not sure if he sells Akube. I don't really know if that's what he's about, but I know right now that he travels around the world, America, Dubai, the United States, United Kingdom, and he's just living his life as an artist. And he remembers when Enugbe, if you know what that means. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the studio, one-on-one with Dotman.
My bro.
Alpha now. Good to have you on the show, man. But speaking about your travels, man, I know you've been traveling the world lately. Tell us about the experience, visiting so many countries and how that feels right now. There was a time you couldn't do that. How does that really feel right now?
Well, it feels good, but I mean, no matter where you go, home will always be home.
Home will always be home.
Home
Not so.
Nowhere be like Lagos.
There was a particular time you were in the United States.
Yeah, sure.
I don't know exactly what state. I think Texas.
Different states.
Different states, I mean. But did you really feel like that was like second home for you? Did you ever think like, okay, you know what, I could actually settle here, and start, I can be doing music from here and just be sending it back home?
Well, I got so much love in Texas, from Houston to Dallas to Austin. I mean, I have like a lot of, guys out there, showing me love, supporting my music and stuff. So yeah, that felt like home. Well, I mean, home, the real home, like Lagos, no matter where I go.
But as at that time, there were virtual concerts happening, and right now we're still doing virtual concerts. Do you think that is going to be the new norm, or you can't really wait to get back into action?
I can't wait to get back into like the real main world, man, because this feels like something else already. It's been too long. We are still like in the same position. So it doesn't feel like anything is changing. We can still have shows. We can still, relate.
Make money from shows.
As I shake you now, if I don't think about it.
Can we get a sanitizer, please? But I mean, some people. I want to also focus on your music now. Some people have already seen Dotman as a particular type of artist. Some people identify with you as a street artist. Some people say, okay, was a street artist. Now he's now forming international because he's always traveling around the world. What would you identify yourself as? Are you a street artist or you're an international artist?
I mean, I feel like that should be left for people to decide, I mean, you cannot change people's perception about you, What some people might see you like a street artist, but you can take me away from the street, but you can't take the street out of me now.
Oh, shit. Speaking about the streets, tell us where you grew up. Tell us about your...
I grew up in Ogun State.
Okay.
Ogun State. I'm from Ogun State, Kpokia local government, Agoshasha precisely. But when I came to Lagos, that was when I got admission into Unilag. I was like rolling so much with Ali Mosho, that the axis, Abule Egba, all those axes. And like you mentioned, Egbeda area, all those places. And like you mentioned earlier, like, was I selling Akube? I used to sell Akube, man. At the park Akube from Katangua going to Lagos.
Wow.
And boys didn't want to buy my stuff then, but I would freestyle for them, So when they feel my freestyle, they will buy clothes.
Wow, or more. That's mad, though. That's a very mad one right there. But speaking about that, is there anything you did, maybe something illegal, something bad that you did while you were trying to get your way up? Is there anything that you particularly did that you say you don't want to go back to? I mean, there's so many struggles and so many stories that we face in life, and you feel like it's part of life's experience. But something you did that you'd be like, I'm not supposed to do that thing.
Well, the only thing that I always think about is, leaving school in my final year.
Wow.
Because I blew up.
What were you studying?
Physics education.
Wow.
I was in final year. Then I had like the biggest song in the country. Like Akube was like obviously the biggest song in Afrobeat, had like 10 million streams within a year, so that was huge. And I was like, okay, yeah.
I remember T-Pain came to Nigeria at that time, and he was rocking to your song.
He was vibing to it.
And that's actually beautiful. So you say you regret leaving school?
I mean, not much of a regret, but I feel like I should have should have finished that. So, and I still have that ambition because I have goals, I have things I still want to do. And yeah, sure.
So you're gonna go back to school for another degree?
Already working on that.
Okay, nice one. But do you also feel the need to surpass like your previous success? Do you feel the pressure to surpass like the success that you've achieved in the past?
Sure. I always feel that. especially seeing young boys, grow, how big they are growing, how fast, young guys are growing. Yeah, I always feel that pressure, like, yo, you need to put in more work, you need to do more, and, I'm trying my best, I'm doing, and I believe, yeah.
It's gonna come. It's gonna come to
It's
light.
actually coming. It's coming.
Nice one, nice one. Speaking about things that are coming, there are rumors coming left, right, and center. And I heard that, like you have two baby because your private life has always been private. Your personal life has always been personal. But I mean, I want you to confirm or deny. There are reports that you have two baby mamas and two children.
I mean, they show themselves now.
Is it show yourself? If you're Dotman's children or you're Dotman's baby mama, show yourself. That's what he's saying. Like, but can you confirm or deny that no children?
Nah.
For now.
Not yet.
Not yet. But do you plan to have baby mamas or you plan to have a wife first?
A wife, my children, and a happy family.
What's your take on the baby mama situation?
It's not my thing. I don't think. I mean, people. I don't feel like people that have baby mamas actually plan to have baby mamas. Sometimes if you just go yourself now, just go inside, and you never ready.
Wow. Wow. But anyways, let's leave that conversation. But tell us about Dotman's journey. Sometimes you think about being broke,
Yeah.
and all of that. Do you feel like that is something that you do to inspire? Like, what's the main reason for singing those kind of songs? Is it just to tell your story so that people empathize with you? Maybe they feel your pain, or you are doing that to inspire like young artists to see that, okay, you can do this. What exactly is the reason?
Yeah, definitely. I do it to inspire, not because I'm feeling like a victim. Because I mean that story, the stories in all my songs are like everybody's stories, like what people go through on a normal day. So I do it to inspire people coming up, for them to understand that life is all about times and change. Because change is constant, and no condition is permanent. Whatever it is you are going through, you will definitely change with time and hard work and effort. So, yeah, I do it to inspire and, do it for the rapper.
The ego. Nice
rapper,
one, nice one. I want to bring your mind back to the conversation of the Dubai situation. There was something that happened. It was a bit of a controversy. Blogs were taking it left, right, and center as well. And some guys were tagging you. They were saying, if you come back to this Dubai, and you say, waiting, I do.
Yes, sir.
You were asking, what did I do? I want to know, have they responded to that question? What exactly happened?
I'm still asking now, what did I do? I can no shit. What did I do? They should come out and say what I do.
They haven't said anything since. Have you gone back to Dubai since?
No, not yet.
Okay, when do you plan to go back?
I mean, soon. Well, no,
okay,
no.
maybe a Hakuna Matata tour for the album. I guess so.
Yeah, sure.
All right, let's talk about the album Hakuna Matata. Tell us what inspired that project. How did it come about? The name and everything. Tell us.
Well, I mean, if you know Dotman, Kuraja, the next thing is Hakuna Matata. And, it sounds right to me. It sounds like motivation to me, because the meaning of Hakuna Matata is don't worry, like no worries. So for the rest of your life, I mean, that sounds like something that keeps me going. That keeps me going, it keeps reminding me that if I fall, I can rise up again.
Facts.
And if you follow my story, you know that there has been a time where I was popping. I was kind of like the,
Number one.
the most promising.
Yeah.
At that point. Then at some point, it all went down. Everything was like, okay, where's Dotman? Where's Dotman? I was getting that. I was seeing that on my social media every day. Guy, where have you been? Where's this guy? Where's this? And all of a sudden, things started popping back. It started talking about me. I'm like, okay, yeah. I was not even in Nigeria, and I was getting information. I was seeing on social media that my songs are really doing crazy last year. Look, bare feelings, back to back, and I was like, okay, wow. So God can actually change your story at any point in time, and that's what Hakuna Matata stands for. It's my journey, my experience, and there's a consciousness part of the album, you know, trying to wake people up, trying to make them understand that you are responsible for whatever happens to you. You know, take responsibility, stop feeling like a victim because, man, everybody, if not by that one, everybody is a victim. If not by that one.
Facts.
So-
You know, I'm going to ask you more questions on the album, but you said something, and I want to just bring your mind back
Right.
to it. But what really happened? What would you say really happened during the time where you were hot and you took a break and you came? What really happened during that time?
Well, I mean, it's nothing else like other than my contract ended, my former record label, and I didn't want to renew because you know I was not really feeling what was going on. I wanted to like take a different path. Actually, I did not breach any part of the contract, and they were not really cool with the fact that I didn't want to renew because things were actually popping at that time for me, and so they were like, okay, they charged me to court. I won the case in court. I actually won the case, and after then they took down my videos.
Wow.
It was like kind of like different attack from different angles. I tried to drop a song, then I was going to radio stations. I had a manager then. I was taking my songs, you know, for promotion because I wanted to like be independent and start, you know, building again from the scratch. And I was hearing things like, oh, from different radio stations, TV stations, that oh, there has been instruction by my former label that they shouldn't play my music or this or that, or somebody is paying for them not to play my music or for people not to support me. So it was kind of like very hard. I was trying to get back up and there was a pressure pulling me back down. So that was huge for me because that was like my first time experiencing something like that. So that weighed me down and I kept it out of social media. I didn't want anybody to sympathize with me. I wanted to like find myself, get myself back up, and of which I did.
You did successfully well. Thank you and congratulations to you on doing that because we really needed, you know, sort of that sort of inspiration. And speaking back
Until now, my videos are still down. Akube video is down.
Wow.
Akube was on 20 million streams. My Woman was almost on 10 million streams. Afro Girl, Mr. Easy was on millions of streams.
Wow.
All those videos are down now. They are nowhere to be found.
It's crazy. Did they have the legal rights to do that?
Yeah, I mean, they did.
Because
That's
they
why they
own the
did.
content.
Exactly.
But we're here now, and let's talk about Hakuna Matata still. Would you say there were some artists that you wanted to include on this album that you know turned down the offers or maybe they didn't make the cut? If you're going to name some names.
No, I mean, Hakuna Matata was always my. I've always wanted to do a no collaboration album because I've been working on that for a long time. I wanted people to actually feel
See.
what I can do on my own without the help of nobody. I've dropped hits, singles, without featuring anybody. Most of my big songs are singles. You know, so I didn't feel like I really need anybody to make a hit. You know, what collaborations might do for me is more recognition,
Facts.
but not to make a hit. You know, I can make hits on my own without featuring.
Hitmaker, standard. But tell us, how long did it take to make that body of work? I think it has 16 tracks.
17.
17.
Yeah.
Yeah. How long did it take?
I mean, quite a long time. There are songs on the album that I dropped in 2019, like Frenemies, Away. There are songs I dropped last year, Enugbe, Feelings. So it took almost like 2 years.
2 years. That's a long time. But what would you say the reaction is like from people who've been waiting for Dotman for a long time to come back, especially because of the break and everything? And how's it coming right now?
Trust me, I'm surprised and I'm overwhelmed with joy. And, you know, I feel like, wow, so I still got love on the streets and in the industry. I still got people that, you know, that are waiting, that actually want to consume my album. Because right now we're talking about 25 million streams on my album. At some point, it got to #1 on iTunes. I mean, and it has appeared on charts in different parts of the world, UK, US, #10 on Apple Music. I mean, the album is doing really good, and yeah, I'm
You're
amazed.
happy. That's, you know, he's making serious money from the album. But also, what would you say is your favorite song on the project? Like right now, what's your favorite song?
Man, you not gonna believe me now. They are all my favorite songs.
I don't believe. Okay, when you wake up in the morning, what's the
ones
first thing you hear?
Of course, I start from the beginning. Pele, I love Pele. I mean, the message in Pele, you know, I connect so much with that song. And number 5 track, what's it called? Wahala, the song that carries the title of the album, Hakuna Matata.
Okay.
So that song too, yeah,
That's
my
in
jam.
the morning.
Feelings,
In the afternoon?
feelings, feelings is my jam.
You're always your feelings in the afternoon.
Anywhere is my jam. Giveaway. I mean, there's this song dedicated especially to my Mama. Yeah, that's my jam as well.
Nice, nice. Fantastic. I mean, we can already tell what the project and the body of work is trying to send to the people. Just be happy, don't have worries.
So I can feel good.
Feel good, absolutely. But what is the message to someone that, you know, would want to be like Dotman in the future? What's that message you will send to them, you know, especially because of the ups and downs you've had and everything you want to, you know, just establish and still have going for yourself? What's that message you share to them?
Well, first of all, don't be like Dotman. Dotman is somebody that's still trying to figure out himself, that does not understand everything, does not know everything. He makes mistakes, you know, he falls, he gets back up. Don't be like Dotman. Be yourself.
Nice. Any final words to your fans and, you know, people that love you?
Appreciate you guys. Love you guys. Love my brother here. Thanks for always showing love. Thank you.
Bless up, man. Thanks so much for coming through. Dotman in the building, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes,
one-on-one with. Stay with us. You're going to get more, but stay tuned to Sound City, and you definitely always get the best.